when I'm not talking.
Hello and welcome to the Southern Arizona Fall Home Show Exhibitor webinar. This webinar is intended for every exhibitor who is participating in the show. We encourage you to share it with anyone who's going to be working your booth space on site, anyone who's involved with decisions when it comes to your exhibitor booth in the show. We're really excited about this show. It is our second show running it in Southern Arizona. As you know, this used to be the HBA show. Now we with Marketplace Events own the show and are running the show, and really excited to be doing that. This is your show team. We have Lucy Ferguson, who's the show coordinator. Lindsay Reinars, who's the operations coordinator, Grenon Davidson, who is the exhibitor sales consultant, and me, Dave Mon, I am the show manager. We want to thank our sponsors and partners in this show. You can see the logos that we have listed here. We have a lot of different sponsors and partners in the show. We're grateful for the contributions that they make to the show and helping it grow and be successful. If you're interested in sponsorship opportunities, if you want to be in that list and you want to have additional recognition for your company at the show, there's a number of different sponsorships still available that include presenting sponsor. That presenting sponsor is on TV, radio, anywhere there's any mention of the show, your company logo would be on there as the presenting sponsor. Parking sponsor, free parking for those that come to attend the show, and it would be compliments of your company. Official product sponsor, if you want to stand out from your competition in a particular product or category, please reach out to us. Stage sponsor, we have a Fresh Ideas stage at the show, and anyone who's sponsoring that will have recognition anywhere the stage is mentioned on the stage itself, and also in overhead announcements whenever there's a presentation that's taking place on the stage. Aisle sponsors, you can sponsor the aisle that your booth space is on. It's limited to just one company per aisle, so you'll want to reach out quickly if you're interested in that. And then free Ticket Friday sponsor. So we can do we do a free senior day on Friday, but we can do a free ticket day on Friday, compliments of your company. So anyone who came to the show would get in free, including seniors, on Friday if you sponsor that day. So those are all great opportunities. I'd be happy to talk with anyone who would like to have more information on any of those sponsorship opportunities. You can reach out to me, Dave Mon, the show manager. My contact information will come up later in here, but it's davem@mpeshows.com. Today's agenda, we're going to talk about the show, just a general overview of the show, what to do before the show, during the show, during move-in, and during move-out. Lindsay, you want to take your turn?
Yes, absolutely. I'm so excited to talk about the highlights of the show. We have a lot of great things that will be happening at the show. To start off, we are going to have HETV's Unsellable Houses twins. Leslie Davis and Lindsay Lamb will be there. They've been to a couple of our other shows, and they are absolutely fantastic and so nice, and they do such a great job with the crowd, and we're very excited to have them at the show. I think it'll be a very big hit having them there on the stage. We also are going to have a tablescape set up, which is going to have fall decor on it. It's just going to look beautiful in the entryway. We'll have an adoptable pet showcase as well. We have 2 different adoption groups that will be bringing their pets for adoption, and it's always extra fun to have animals there on site. So we're looking forward to that. New this year, we're excited to announce we are going to have a culinary showcase stage. So we will have a kitchen stage to complement our Fresh Ideas stage. And we are going to have cooking demonstrations, sampling, and cooking classes live on the culinary showcase stage. So we're very excited about this new feature to the show. If any of you know of any additional culinary groups who might be interested in having some stage time, let us know because we are new to the Tucson area. We're learning more about some great culinary groups there. We do have a few that will be on stage for this show, but we're looking for more. So this is a great opportunity. So please let us know if you know of anyone. Okay, we will be bringing back our game show, Price Pursuit. So we did this in the spring show. It was a lot of fun. We had some great participation. And each day at 12 o'clock, there'll be an interactive game show on the Fresh Ideas stage. It's just similar to Price is Right, but it's our own home show spin on it. Attendees will take center stage to guess the correct price for home-related products and services. And if you would like to contribute a prize, we are looking for exhibitors to contribute any type of goods or services that we could use as prizes. I'll be sending an email about that shortly, but we will highlight your business if you're able to donate something to the show. Also, since the show will be right around Halloween, we thought we would have a little bit of fun with that and have some Halloween activities going on while we're doing the show. So we were going to do a few things over the weekend. There'll be a costume parade on Sunday. I think that'll be a lot of fun. We'll do a scavenger hunt throughout the weekend where we'll have kids or attendees who are at the show. They'll go around to the different booths and look for a certain item. And if they find it, they'll get a stamp in their scavenger card and bring it to the show office for a little prize. I'll be talking about that too in the email that I send about the game show. So keep an eye out for that because we are looking for some exhibitors to be part of the scavenger hunt as well. We do encourage trick-or-treating at the booth. So if you want to bring some extra candy for the kids to stop by and trick-or-treat, I think that'll be a lot of fun for everybody. And then also on Sunday, anyone who is dressed up in a Halloween costume will get free admission to the show. So that just adds to the excitement of the Halloween. That's going to be right around the corner, the Halloween holiday right around the corner. So keep those things in mind. We just want to make it fun and festive and just make it a good time for everybody. All right, let's talk about ticket prices and show hours. So the box office, the adult tickets will be $8. Children 12 and under are free. We do have some special pricing and discounts. There's free admission for seniors 65 and older on Friday, October 25th. Also, free admission for all active and retired military, first responders, and teachers on Sunday, October 27th. Our show hours should be pretty easy to remember this show. It's going to be 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So keep in mind the adjusted hours are a little bit different from the spring show that we did. So 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Each day of the show. Dave.
Yes. So that sounds like a fun show. I'm liking what you got there, Lindsay. All right. A question that often comes up from exhibitors is how we market the show. And our total ad budget for this show is $138,000. And that includes TV, billboards, radio, and digital. So we spend a lot of money in a lot of areas to try to get the word out about the show. Speaking of digital, we also have OTT ads, which are anytime like when you're watching Hulu or any of those, Amazon, any of those programs that have an ad. We also include ads about the show on those streaming platforms as well as YouTube. We also have social media ads and ad campaigns. So we spread that 138,000 across the market. We also have an exhibitor kit for this show. So in addition to this webinar, we also do an exhibitor kit, and it can be found really, all you have to do is scroll to the bottom of any of the pages on our website. So if you go to southernazfallhomeshow.com and you scroll down to the bottom, you can click the exhibitor kit link. There's a picture of it right here in this slide, and click on that link. It will have all kinds of different information that's important for you as exhibitors, including how to crucial resources to help you have a successful show, anything that's like dates of when um, our electricity needs to be ordered, or how to contact our decorator, or all kinds of different things about the show. Any question that you really have can be answered and found there on the exhibitor kit. And then we also have comp tickets for you as exhibitors. So these comp tickets are not for people who are working your booth space. Instead, they are for friends, family, customers who want to attend the show and come and shop at the show. We give you 20 passes that they're a comp ticket voucher, and we give you a website where you can then direct people to that website. They can go on and either print or save that digitally and bring it to the show, and just bring it simply to the box office, and they will hand you an actual show ticket, and then those people can get into the show. Also, if you are doing anything relating to food, if you are preparing any food, or if you are passing out any food, you have to have a temporary food licensing and sampling permit. And that permit is done through the Pima County Health Department. If you have any questions, if you have any need, please contact Lindsay. The form for Pima County can be found on our website under the exhibitor kit. So just keep in mind, if there's anything you're doing related to food or food sampling, you've got to have one of those temporary food permits. Lindsay.
Yes, thank you, Dave. Let's continue on and talk about things to be done before the show. So please order the things that you'll need, such as electricity or any type of booth furnishings ahead of time, so that you can get the discount for ordering it ahead of time. So Commonwealth Expo Electric, you can order electricity, gas, water, phone, internet. The deadline to get the discount is October 7th. For Gems, they are our decorator. You can order booth furnishings, carpet, and underpadding. We do require carpet in every booth, so keep that in mind. Signs and graphics, forklift services, and their discount is October 3rd. So anything ordered after those days would be a little bit more expensive. So we're trying to save you a little bit of money here. Okay, and you have an opportunity to enhance your exhibitor listing. So on our website, there's a spot where all the exhibitors in the show have a listing, and right now it's basic because it's just basic for everybody, but you have an opportunity to enhance it to make it look a little bit better. You could put on pictures, you can add a description about your company or any show, promotions that you'll be doing. So when you sign your contract, it should have been sent to you in an email. If you need me to send that link to you again, I'm happy to do that. Just let me know and I'll resend it, and then just follow that link and you can make your exhibitor listing look just a little bit better with adding a few things to it. So here's some examples of a basic listing. and an enhanced listing. And there is no additional cost to enhance your listing. It just gives a little bit more information, makes it a little bit easier for any attendees who are interested in certain companies who might be there to learn more about what they'll be offering and more about that company. So I encourage you all to take advantage and enhance your listing. Okay, so there are some things that come with your booth. So your booth will include 8-foot high black drape and 3-foot high side drapes if you're an inline booth, if you're in an inline booth. Electricity tables, chairs, flooring, water, etc. Those are all additional, so you'll have to order those on your own, but you do get the black drape. Your booth height should not exceed 8 feet. That's the height of the pipe and drape. So just make sure nothing in your booth is going over the height of the pipe and drape, the 8 feet, unless you're on a perimeter wall or in a 20 by 20 booth or larger. Okay, here is the move-in map. And to make things a little bit easier and more organized during move-in, so we're not driving over each other's booths and creating chaos, we have a move-in map and schedule of when you'll be able to move in. So if you can follow the times on the map based on where your booth is, we would really, really appreciate that. If you come at a different time and you haven't talked to us or we don't know what's going on and it's just not going to work, we're going to have you wait until it's your regular time to move in. So we don't want to have to send you away. So please make sure it's your correct time to move in. You can see the first group there in red. They'll be the first ones moving in on Tuesday between 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. Then we have the blue group between on Wednesday, 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. And then Thursday is the yellow group, between 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. Now at 2 p.m., that is when Gems is going to start laying down the carpet in the aisles. So we won't allow any vehicles to drive in past 2 p.m. because we don't want to ruin the carpet that they'll be laying down. So please keep that in mind. Also, another thing I wanted to remind you of is when you are moving in and setting up your booths, please do not use any duct tape on the floor at all whatsoever. We are not allowed to have that in on the flooring, and the facility, they will walk around and check, and if there's anything left over, there will be a charge to have that removed. So please don't use any duct tape on the floor when you are getting things set up for your booth. Dave?
Yeah, that's a really excellent point, Lindsay. I was going to bring that up also. We paid a fine of over $2,000 in the last show because of the amount of duct tape that was used by exhibitors in the show. So please, do not use duct tape. Do not use any tape that will leave residual marks on the floor. Gaff tape is great. You can use gaff tape. We will be selling gaff tape for those that might need it. Painter's tape is also fine. Like anything that masking tape, anything that will not leave a mark or pull up any of the concrete is fine to use, but duct tape absolutely cannot be used. And we will be passing on those fines if we have any this year. The other thing I just want to make sure is clear in the move in, it's after 2 p.m. on Thursday. That's when the carpet will start to be laid. So Tuesday, Wednesday, it's not 2 p.m. on those days, only 2 p.m. on Thursday that will begin laying the carpet. All right. A question that comes up all the time, where to park? So parking is free in all the Tucson Convention Center lots during move-in. Drive up move-in days are Wednesday and Thursday until 2 p.m. Tuesday as well. So it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If it is your move-in day, you will be able to drive into the building and up to your booth via the loading dock. For access to the loading dock, you'll want to park in lot C. Now, that does get crowded. So if you can come in through the fire lane, that is the preferred area. That is typically easier to get to. However, if you're in the front part of the show, uh, the loading dock is probably closer to your booth. If you're in the back part of the show, then definitely the fire lane is closer. So make sure you look at that map and pay attention to this. And again, this is all on the exhibitor kit on the website. What to do during move-in. This is the layout of the booth space. And basically, the idea behind this slide is for us to show when our office hours are. So you can see they're 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Tuesday through Thursday. And then on Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. And you can see there's several things to pay attention to. The first one, if you are in the ballroom upstairs, you can drive right up to the circle drive in the front and unload from there. You won't be able to drive into the ballroom, but you could drive up to that circle drive and unload from there. The show office is by the elevators, near the escalators on that top floor. And there's an arrow here where we indicate where the show office is. And then Jim's, the decorator, will also have a desk set up for orders of carpet, all of those types of things. And Jim's, their desk will be at the back corner, back by where the concessions are, near that fire lane. Okay, when you are moving in, there's a few things that you want to pay attention to and do. One of those is to pick up your exhibitor badges. Now, those exhibitor badges are specific for your employees working the show. So you and your employees, whoever is working in your booth space, that's who those badges are. They're not for family. They're not for friends. They are for people who are working in your booth space. Have family and friends download one of those ticket vouchers that we talked about earlier. You are allotted 5 badges for any booth space between 100 and 300 square feet. So a 10 by 10 up to a 10 by 30, you get 5 badges. Any size above that, if you're 400 square feet or more, you get 10 badges. That obviously, the reason for that is that, obviously you're going to have more people working in a bigger booth space. If you need to order anything with gems ahead of time, you want to do that quickly. Lindsay went over their dates, and also electricity. If you want to order electricity, you need to do that through the facility, and she also talked about that on one of those previous screens. If you have any questions, always feel free to come to us in the show office. If you need to order anything on site as far as electricity goes, there is a desk there. We can direct you to it from the show office. If you need tables, chairs, carpet, any of those things, you want to visit the GEMS desk, which will, as I said, will be back in the back by the concessions and the fire lane. On-site storage is available. We do have some storage that is available. Exhibitors are welcome to use the empty space behind the show floor as storage. Items should be left along perimeter walls, but cannot block any doors, including the air walls. And to prevent building personnel from throwing your items away, make sure you label them. One time we had a show where exhibitors had boxes that they planned to put items that either were display items or were maybe not sold back in the boxes, and the facility threw everything away. So make sure you mark on those boxes not to throw those items away. And all items left on site are at the exhibitor's own risk. If you leave anything after the show, those will all be thrown away. Make sure you come back and pick it up during your move-in. Anything that's left behind will be thrown away and will be gone.
All
Lindsay.
right. Yes, thanks, Dave. Okay, we would love it if we didn't have any fires during the show, during move-in, during move-out. So here's a few reminders just so we can be extra safe. Please use surge protectors. Only use plugs with grounds. Know the proper size power supply for what you're using, and please don't daisy chain. Daisy chaining is when you plug multiple things into each other to make a longer cord. That is a big fire hazard, so please do not do that so that we can keep everything and everyone safe. Okay, and here are the do's to exhibit like an expert. So please have floor covering to cover your entire booth space. It looks so much better to have some kind of rug or floor covering instead of just the bare concrete floor. It really adds to the look of the show. So we do require everybody to cover the floor of your entire booth space. Please stay within your contracted space. Don't stretch out past what your space is. Please stay within that space. Please professionally skirt your tables, all four sides. There's some examples here of what works and what does not work. So if you can follow those examples, please use for any signage you have, please make sure it's professionally made and not handmade. And do staff your booth during show hours. It's not good if somebody's interested in something at your booth and there's nobody there to help them. So it's just better to have somebody there at all times during show hours. And it's beneficial for you, and it just looks better to have people in the booth as well. Okay, so here's a few things to remember of how to be a successful exhibitor. So your booth location matters. So if you want to sign up ahead of time to get that perfect spot, we encourage you, the earlier the better, to sign up for your booth so you can get an ideal spot. Be approachable in your booth space. We don't want to have all the exhibitors just sitting with looking at their phones or not really making eye contact or talking to anybody, but be approachable. Set it up so that it's inviting, so people can come in through the aisle or from the aisle and come and talk to you. Display and focus on what you want to sell. People want a consultant, not a salesperson, so don't be too pushy. Ask questions and listen to what potential customers are saying. Have a goal and measure your success and follow up. It's really, really important that you follow up. You can get a lot of great leads from the show, but if you don't follow up on any of them, you're not going to have any success from the show without following up. So please remember to do that. Okay, and here's an example of how a great display booth should look. So if you can see here in this picture, the height is the exact height it should be. It's not going over the 8 feet. It does have flooring. It's professionally done. It makes it obvious as to what your company does. There's clear signage with the company name. And there is space for attendees to come into the booth to talk to you. So just an example here of a successful setup booth. All right, and let's talk about parking during the show. So we are going to have the back parking lot of the Ramada available for exhibitors to park in. We will have, there will be 2 shuttles. I know at the last show we started with 1 and then we added a second. We now know that we need 2, so we have made that adjustment. So there will be 2 shuttles going back and forth from the parking lot to the venue. There is no charge to park there at the Ramada, so just watch for. We have a canopy umbrella that will have a canopy tent set up in the parking lot that will provide you some shade while you're waiting for the shuttle. So watch for those as to where to wait, where the shuttle will come pick you up. Attendees will be parking for free in lots B and C at the Tucson Convention Center. So we do want to leave that space just for the attendees. So please just use the shuttle service and park at the Ramada, and we will take you back after the show as well. So there really shouldn't be any issues with parking if everybody can just remember to park in the correct spot. Hey.
Awesome. So this demonstrates where the parking is. So at the convention center, as Lindsay said, during the show hours, we only want people attending the show, your customers, to be able to park in front of and in those designated parking spaces. During the show, we ask that you park across the street at the Ramada. We will be running 2 shuttles in the peak times. As Lindsay said, we had one last time. We recognize we need to. We'll make sure that we have 2 running. You will only have to wait maybe a couple minutes. It's a really quick trip back and forth. So please adhere to that, abide by that, and that will help us have more people at the show and have a successful show. For move out, these questions start early and often on Sunday. So hopefully everybody's stuck with us until this point. We can get these questions addressed. Vehicles will not be allowed to drive into their booth space until 8 p.m. on Sunday. So show closes at 6 p.m. You will not be able to drive in until 8 p.m. You can, however, starting at 6 p.m., hand carry anything you would like to out to your vehicle. And that is perfectly fine once the show ends at 6 p.m. Please do not break down your booth space until 6 p.m. We cannot allow that. We can't have that with customers still on the show floor. They've paid to be there. Please honor your commitment and stay until 6 p.m. All exhibits and vehicles must be 100% removed from the grounds of the facility by 12 p.m. on Monday, October 28th. So Monday, following the show, you have until noon to make sure everything is packed up and moved out. You may not start breaking down your exhibit space until 6 p.m. on Sunday. I can't stress it enough how important that is. Please do not make plans, do anything else until 6 p.m. on Sunday. And please make sure everything is moved out and gone by 12 p.m. on Monday. A final thing that we just want to highlight is there are a number of scammers out there. We all know it. They're in social media, in home shows, and the way that they will try to prey on you as an exhibitor is they will send you an email and say that they have a list of the attendees of the show that they could sell to you. That is not from us. Please do not fall victim to it. Do not give your money to these scammers and don't encourage them. So if you have any questions, if anything comes to you and you're not sure if it's legitimate, please contact one of us. Contact me, Dave M at mpeshows.com, and I would be happy to let you know whether it's legitimate or not. That's the team. Once again, there's my name, Dave Mon. There's my number. There's my email address. Lindsay, and her email address and phone number. Lucy, her email address and phone number, and Granon. If it's not from one of the 4 of us, it's not legit. And so make sure that you pay attention to that. If there's any questions, if there's anything we can do to help you have a better show, to help it be a success, we are here for you. So please contact us, reach out to us. We want to help. And we really appreciate you participating in the show. We want you to have a great show, and can't wait to see you in a few weeks.